a bit bright in it. I got an idea. Point it upwards and deflect the light off. Look at that. Doesn't that look so much better? Huh? What do you think? Yeah. All right. Okay. Bitrate is like white now because there's no steam running in the background, auto updating stuff. Yeah. Good. Is this a Sam? No, it's a Redmi. It's a freaking Redmi. I don't know why people put these like carbon fiber skins on it. Like it doesn't look good. This is so much nicer. Yeah. It's not charging though. Slightly concerning. But we'll wait. We'll see. Wait and see. This is one of these guys. Kind of old, but like if it works, it's great. Yep. What if I pasted? I pasted the carbon fiber on my own phone. Hey, look at that. That's fucking stupid. All right. Okay. Uh. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's get going. I have two discounts here for Captain Kim Barbecue. You know, they always give you these, hoping you go back. The thing is, like, the prices aren't that good. Well, I mean, it's good like when it's weekdays, but valid till 31st August 2024 is crazy because it's not. Are these all only valid until 31st July, August 20? Lord, that's pretty useless. Yeah, Jisoo Life fan ain't taking the charge. Also, I don't know. It's like it's nice, right? But it's not charging. So what should I do? Should I just leave? Should I just throw it away? Yeah, I should just throw it away. It's not even the same model of it. Oh no, someone tried to get in here. Yeah. Eh, I won't trust someone's. Honestly, nah, won't bother. Looks ugly anyway. So okay, my stack of business cards here. I must be some sort of man that does business. But yeah. Speaking of which, where's my bag? You know, it's really sad. A lot of these a lot of these really really nice restaurants just get closed down because rent is so high, and it is really sad. Like, on God, genuinely, it is really sad because they make good stuff. It's not like they're a bad restaurant. I mean, like, yeah, support small business and stuff, but like, or like they're not even mid. They're good restaurants. Like this has so many positive reviews, and their prices were great. But I think that is why they got shut down, right? Their prices were too good. I saw the price, and I was with Chloe at the time. She just appears in every fucking story that I tell, doesn't she? But yeah, I was with Chloe at that time, and I was telling her like, uh, I think this power bank doesn't work. It was like dead just now, and now it's like at 3 bars, which is not how things work. Yeah, what's I was saying? Right, roasted story. Um, I was with Chloe at that time, and I was like, "Hey, look, it looks okay." I apologize for stopping the story sometimes, but I can't find my bottle of water. Oh, there it is. In order to tell a story, you need your lips to be moist. I can't believe I had followers back in the day, and people would actually watch my stream. I think it was because I was actually doing something, and now I'm not. I'm just doing jack shit. And also my streamer name is Sus, so no one gives a shit, right? But yeah, I don't think this guy is really. There's no way. It's a 10,000 milliamp hour battery bank. It's great. It's small and it's cute. I was like, I won't even mention it. Fuck it. But you can imagine what I was about to say. Okay. Yeah, but roasted story. Um, and the prices. I was telling her like the prices are not bad here, and I want to come here maybe for like Chinese New Year or something. And today, guess what's today? Chinese New Year. I should have put my title as Happy CNY or something like that. It's the Chinky New Year. Come on, man. Yeah, it's the Chinky New Year, right? So, uh, what the Aiden sent me? I think SZA. I don't even know what her name is. SZA? Who cares? And I was like, I want to go to this restaurant that I saw a while ago, like a long time ago. I think in like Polytechnic, right? I saw this restaurant, and I was like, well, it's a perfect time to go and get some food. I I don't know if it's permanently closed or actually permanently closed, or they just marked it permanently closed, because they could have just marked it as that, and then will they will reopen like after Chinese New Year. I will take a look. I'll take a look. But yeah, like look at this. Hotel Miramar. I got their card. Because that's cool because the hotel is shut down. It's not just like some random hotel. It's a hotel that has been shut down. You can no longer get the card even if you wanted to. My hair looks like ass. Why does it look like that? Yeah. Whatever. No one's watching anyway. But yeah. So yeah, it's shut down. You can't get it anymore. So that's the cool part. Okay. I need a bag specifically for phones that I want to give away. Or a box. Come on, anything. What was that paper bag? I had a paper bag with like the whole thing. Now it's gone. Okay. Uh, ah, well, can't find it, but whatever. We'll put this in a corner. Next. What did I want to do? Crap. Oh, right. Yes. Loads. Let's test this key. God damn it, it's micro USB. Should I even bother? Micro USB is so old nowadays. I mean, okay, you know what? I will. There is a micro USB cable right here at my disposal, so not too hard. Freaking scratch my hand on the paper where I literally cut it. I cut my hand twice today, like within the span of 2 hours. Like there's one here and there's one here. How? It's a sacrifice to the gods. Why is my bitrate low again? Hello? Hello? OBS Studio. I think it's just my Wi-Fi. Like genuinely just my Wi-Fi. Acrobat licensing service. You can kill yourself right there. Adobe. Can you imagine being a piece of shit like Adobe? Man, I would never. Whew. Alright. It's a ducky. Ah, it's working. It's working. Okay. It's a ducky Shine 6. How much is that worth? USB HID keyboard. Alright, bro. Ducky Shine 6, huh? I bet it's like 20 bucks. I mean, not 20 bucks, like two bucks. These Ducky made uh got famous off of just being cheap and good. 3 weeks ago for $129, brother, no one is buying that. A year ago for $150, brother, three likes. I mean 5 likes by the way. 3 weeks ago, $50. No one is buying that. So I'll assume it's not very popular. Like duh. Let me go keyboard test though. I'm gonna take a look at the keyboard tester here. Alright. If I press F1, will it? Oh no, it's just. Oh, oops. Okay. 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 Oh, Windows key. Stop. Oh. This is a bit. Down key is a bit off. Brings up calculator as a shortcut is crazy. Okay. All the keys work. Just one of them needs a bit of ISO alk. So yeah. I'm dying. Alright, there you go. Okay. Oh my god, it's fucking so cold. I just realized. That's man, I won't even say it. What's wrong? What's wrong with me? Ball, by the way. I hit that like one go. Yeah, alright. I was gonna harvest this for the keycaps and maybe the switches if it is hot swappable, but I don't know if it is. And also, even if it is, like, they aren't like the best. They're kind of scratchy. Might just lube it. See. Oh, is it hot swappable though? I need to know. I am too lazy to test actually. I'll just search it up. It might be. Is the Ducky Shine 6 mechanical keyboard hot swappable switches? Oh, it has solder switchable switches.
Ducky Shine 6 features soldered switches and is not hot swappable. Replacing them requires desoldering.
Okay. Genuinely, it's not that hard to desolder and resolder these things. There's people just don't want to do it, including me, by the way. It's just I'm lazy. I think I'll just give this one away to the guy again. Yeah, I have this like there's this secondary school guy who always like he loves to get stuff from me, so I always give stuff. From him. I give it to him for free. Well, okay, he pays for some. He was like, "Oh, uh, don't mind. I don't mind paying something some for it." I have this one guy who's about to go in NS. This Indian kid, and then I have this Oh, this guy is really not turning on. And I have this secondary school guy who is also like they're dead. They're dead. I have this secondary school guy who also wants to like pay for some random bullshit, which is fine, you know. Sometimes it doesn't really matter. I need phone stand. I will put this on my bike, but not today. So I'll put this in the plastic bag. Ah, okay, what's next? Zip ties and standoff screws. This is some computer stuff. What's next? Apple Watch Series 7. I want to charge this. I want to see if it's any good. I don't know where I put the charger for this guy though. Where did I put my Apple Watch charger? No clue. I don't remember. I have no idea. It's not here. If it isn't, then where is it? I might have to borrow the one I gave my mom. Most people where I put it. Jeez, ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. Okay, I'm gonna have to put. Actually, no, I won't. I won't disturb her. It's like 2:15 a.m. I'm not gonna bother with asking her for it. Not today, at least. Oh, my pile of smartwatches. It might be there. Okay, I need to do some maintenance on the box that I use. By that I mean it's ripping and I'm gonna duct tape it back together. Because I always pull from this one specific corner and the corner is ripping off. Nice nature this. Oisu. Nice nature this. Oisu. Okay, consider that corner reinforced. Okay, it's I need to do stuff. I should tell stories. I should tell stories because I am actually streaming, and if someone just decides to drop by, I don't want them to be bored. So what was I gonna say? Something about the I was talking about Roasted Story, right? Yeah, yeah. So Roasted Story is it looked really good. I never tried it, but I saw the reviews online. It looks pretty good. I hope it's still open. I hope it's just like, oh, I'm gonna mark it as permanently closed for the holidays. But to be honest, they could do it another way as well. Jeez, my neck itchy. Actually, let me check. Do they have another another uh another like the anime from 2012? What the fuck was that? Uh, Chloe posted. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm busy searching up Roasted Story and locking in for my future and her future if we do get back together. Yeah, no, it's just closed. Why? Well, 3 years ago it was open. They didn't last like a year, I guess. I I can't play audio on Google Maps for some reason. It just starts buffering. Brother. I think there's too many people using Wi-Fi right now. Nope, just still no. All right, never mind. But yeah, they have a 4.4 star on Google Maps and 113 reviews. Do you know how impressive that is? How many one-star reviews? I want to see the one-star ones. Okay, let's see the one-star ones first. Terrible, mushy meat, lacking flavor. Yeah, it just says it's bad. Service is bad. Food. Okay, it's plain, I guess. Okay, but that's there's like a few bad reviews. Most of them are 5 star. Lychee firewood and citron firewood to infuse aroma and okay, are they are they shitting? Are they shitting? There's no way this is like. Okay, I know this one is real because they misspelled decent. They read it. They wrote it as overall experience was descent. Descent, like down a staircase. No way. Average Singaporean? Average Singaporean? Get to try most of their specialty menu, less headache, lol. Anyway, most of these are really positive. Okay, they most of these might be either paid review. Okay, there's some of them that looks like paid reviews or they are uh like someone like asked them to review and tag their Instagram on their review because there's like 3 or 4 of them that's like at roasted underscore story, which is their Instagram or Facebook handle or whatever. They make Guangzhou style char siu. Yeah, they make really good stuff apparently. Hidden gem. A lot of these are like 3 years ago. Are there any more recent ones? Newest. The newest one is 2 years ago. I think, yeah, I genuinely think they just closed down. Fried rice, bring your whole family here. Beautiful interior, clean toilets, good meat, glorious fried rice. Seems like it's genuinely like decent. Yeah, someone just says it today. Yeah, it's great. Shame that I missed out on it though. It's uh, it's unfortunate. It's it's I I need to expand my vocabulary. I will buy a dictionary and read through. Actually, no, I don't even have to do that. I can just download one online. But yeah, seems like they were decent. Some complaints, but overall very good. But unfortunately, they couldn't survive the Singaporean market. It's a real shame. We've had I've seen so many places that I want to go just straight closed down. Like they just straight stopped existing. There was just one time oh man, I told Chloe this too. I mean, it's really hard to mention someone like not mention someone when they've been with you for 2 years. But I was I ordered I think it was like egg stop or something, and they it's basically like sandwiches and like egg sandwiches and like scrambled eggs and roasted chicken or whatever, right? And they make these the way they make it is just it, it's not rare. It's not rare. It's very common actually. It's like one of those like it's like a bagel shop, but it's like sandwiches, right? Um, but it was good, and the prices were good. That was the thing too. The prices were not like super overpriced. They were like I think $5 for a sandwich, which is really really cheap, and they weren't even in a hawker center. That was the thing. They were it was an actual shop, and it was really cheap, right? And what else? It was just delicious. Yeah, it was fantastic. A real performance for the tongue. Anyway, uh yeah, but like I ordered it once, right? Because I ordered Grab and then sent it home, and then we had it at home. But then the next time I wanted to order it, it was closed. And and it was like I called them up, and they were like, I was like, oh, are you guys still open? And they were like, no, permanently closed. We that decided to close down. I was like, damn, okay. That was one that was closed. One more is this is they're not closed yet, but they became a hawker center, a hawker in a hawker center, and that's like the trajectory of a lot of these restaurants. They either you serve either you make expensive food and you survive, and all the rich people buy your food, and you're surviving in an actual like restaurant, or you make cheap food, which is great, but you don't get to survive because the profits aren't enough, and it's just really sad, right? There's this like fusion, what like Japanese fusion restaurant. I don't know what. I mean, I went with Chloe that time too. Um, they were at Bedok, I think, and I think it was Bedok Market around there, and they had this like little stall all to themselves, and um, not a lot of people there. At the time when we went, there was like no one, but it was great. The food there was great. They had like this mentaiko udon, and I got some like uh I forgot. Is that like curry or something? I forgot. It was great though. Um, yeah, but the next time I wanted to go, I was like, oh, they moved to Tampines. They moved to Tampines, but they're at a hawker center now, and it loses a lot of the vibe because the interior design was so nice, right? And at the original store, and they had aircon at the original store, and I need to lock it. But and they had aircon at the original store, right? So I was pretty sad that they were moved to the hawker center, but I did go visit them, and seems like the food is still all right. Yeah, it's not here. I don't know where the could be anywhere for that matter. But yeah, it was the vibe wasn't there, of course, and um they ran out of the mentaiko udon. I wanted to try it because the last two times that we went, we got from them. Chloe got it, but I didn't get it, so it was really un unfortunate, right? And the third time I went by myself, right? So everybody was closed. It was, I mean, I was closed. It was sold out. And I mean, I'm gonna go one more time, but it's just disappointing, you know. These will be given away as well. I mean, can't really be bothered to touch them. But yeah, I'm gonna that, which actually reminds me, I should go one more time. Ooh, okay. Because a lot of the progression of these restaurants, they go, they launch in a store, and then they realize, oh wait, the profits aren't that good. I'm gonna become a hawker at a hawker center, and they become a hawker at a hawker center, but no one wants to. You know, the people who eat this kind of stuff don't really go to hawker center to eat this kind of stuff. Either that or they, my phone. Either that or they barely survive. Right? There was this other restaurant. It was an American diner, sort of similar to Joji's diner, but they, instead of flourishing like Joji's, I think because Joji's got a really good rep on social media, and a lot of people just posted that their vibes were immaculate, right? But so it wasn't just the food for Joji's, but I think this other American diner, it wasn't as well decorated. So, and it wasn't as well marketed because by the time I found out about them, their original location with the theme of an American diner had already closed down, and they were a hawker center. And of course, the quality of the food, I'm gonna guess, it just died from there. Actually, I should check. Are they still around? Are they still around? I'm very curious to see, because if they are, it's kind of rare. Let's see. Let's see. Uh, is it flippin' good? No, it's not. It's. Oh, there's a lot of them, huh? Oh, is it here? No, this is Joji's Diner. They might have closed down, honestly. There is this guy. This is new. I don't. I've never seen this before. Oh no, I have, but it is somewhat new. I've seen this one before, but it's more of like pancakes instead of whatever's. Joji's Deli, Madison's, Broadway American Diner. Yeah. Oh, look at this one. This one's permanently closed too. Is this the one? Is this the one that I was referring to? It might be. So I'm gonna search up this guy. Oh, there goes my phone. Wait, oh, not AI mode. Get out of here. Okay. They might have closed down by now. They might have closed down by now. Yeah. The Midwest Smoky Barbecues, the Market Grill. These are pretty high end. They're pretty high end. I'm looking for a hawker center. I don't think they exist anymore, unfortunately. Oh man, it sucks. Can you see? Oh yeah, you can see. Okay, that's good. Yeah, seems like they're closed. I don't see them anywhere. And they're definitely not downtown. There's no. I don't think so. Yeah. Nope. They're gone. Couldn't survive. Not surprising. Not surprising at all. really. Yeah. Unfortunate, but not surprising. And it's unfortunate that it's not surprising because it's happening so much. Right, the three new phones, I need to check if they have SD cards in them. Sometimes they leave them in and they don't really take them out, so you get a free like 128 gigs or so. Nope, this one's empty and still not charging. What is wrong with you? Are you done? Are you done? This one has been reset, so I'm gonna guess they probably got it done. Is there no? Oh, there it is. Yep, nothing. Okay. Next one, S9. Samsung tends to have. I mean, I lied. I lied. Oh, let's go. 32 gigs. That's great. I mean, it's not much, but it's something. Yeah, I was gonna say like Samsung sometimes tend to have people with more with more the customer base tends to use SD cards more. It seems like. I mean, I have no statistics to prove that. It's just a vibe. I'm not gonna bother with this guy. Uh, Actually, maybe I will. It depends. Because I have a few Samsungs with S9s with the screen is good, dude. And that's the main thing, right? The screen is good. I might like swap the motherboard or whatever over to this guy if he's yeah. But the screen is good. The screen is good, which means it's useful. I'll keep it for now. Okay, what's next? What is next? Speakers. I'm gonna put the speakers in this little bag. That's what I brought this little bag over here for. Yeah, unfortunately, you know, now I'm scared. What if the what if the Japanese fusion place closed down? Now I have to check. Now I have to check. Oh, my Sennheiser mic. I can't risk not knowing. Hey, these will be sent to repair actually. I do want them to work again. I think they're quite cool. Actually, I do want to check as well. How much is an Audio Engine A2 worth? Actually, I'm gonna watch the stories first.
We have not wanted to release DragPath officially because we want to respect those who purchased it back when the album was being released. So that's why we waited. But now we want to release it. What we're gonna do is we're gonna release it with a slightly different edit to it, so that those who bought it have a more original version of it. So the official released version is going to be a little bit different structurally.
What the hell is
Most
this?
of it's intact, but I wanted to save something special for those that purchased it originally. Tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern, there's a music video that comes out with it that I absolutely adore, and I hope that you do too.
What the hell is this?
Hey, we have not wanted to release DragPath officially because good video. The drummer wanted.
Hey. Yeah, there's no party. It's just me. Yeah, just me. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's no party.
Maybe we shouldn't get back together. Our humor styles just don't match at all. Oh hell nah! Isabel got a freaking her boyfriend went to NS. That's crazy. Anytime someone goes to NS, they all end up looking the same, which just like me as well. We're all Asians with glasses and bald and like never no one knows what they look like. It was so funny. It's so funny. And yeah, I'm killing myself. 3 p.m. tomorrow. Stay tuned for that live stream. It's not true. Don't click that. That my one viewer, which I don't think is actually viewing my stream, might be just me. I think it's just me. Okay. All right. What are you? Oh. Oh right, it's a hard drive. Sure. Oh my lord, there is a screw. There's another screw. There's two more. There's two more actually. Two more? Why don't you cut it out? Okay. There you go. See what's inside this guy later. One day. One day. Oh my lord. I love holidays because you just don't do anything. I mean, you do whatever the fuck you want instead of going to NS and not doing anything. Oh shit! No, my screws! Oh my screws! Oh my screws! What if I step on them and slip and fall? Useless. Instead of going to NS and doing jack all. I want to test this guy. It's a double A, I think it uses. It's a lot more easy to manage than what's oh no, it's a triple A. Uses a triple A. My bag of batteries support have triple A's. I think the answer is oh wait, no, I do, but it's like the oh wait, no, it's over there. I have so many places that I put stuff. Come here, come here. Okay. Oh. So how do I know if it's on? Okay, on. On. Oh. Uh, it's the light is shining a bit, but it's not it's not fully there. I'm gonna pour some alcohol because it fixes everything. And point my camera down a bit. There you go. You can see the light kind of shining on it a tiny bit. Might be the battery. Cause ow. Like give me some Kim wipes. I genuinely do not need Kim wipes for this, but I have a box of Kim wipes, so might as well use it. Kim wipes are like they don't leave dust. Supposedly they don't leave dust. I can't say if it's true or not because my room is so dusty that like my Kim wipes already have dust. Okay. Either that or my battery is just dead. MKE 400. Alright, AI, time to do your job. Sennheiser MKE 400. Does the battery light stay on while it is on. Hurry up!
LED behavior. Startup, the LED flashes briefly. Green on the newer model, red on the original. When you power it on to show the battery is healthy. During use, the light stays off to conserve battery life. Low battery.
Okay, no, so it does work. Sugoi desu ne. No idea what that means. I don't have anything to test this on actually. 'Cause my phone doesn't have a headphone jack, so I bit of a pickle here. Can I? Uh, I don't know. Maybe I can plug it into my PC. It does have a mic jack. So I plug it into my PC. Oh my! I made sure that it was stable and it still fell. Is that on me or is it on Benjamin Netanyahu? Yeah, I'll deal with that later. Fuck it. I have so much stuff that's like just dropped down there. A certain someone whacked into that that shell. Okay, cool. Okay, let's see. Can I add an audio device? So, okay, so that's off. I'm gonna turn off my mic on my camera. Doesn't, okay, default. Ah! If I scream in this mic, will it hurt? Okay, sound warning. 3, 2, 1. Ah, 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 ah. Okay, yeah, it works, it works, it works. Okay, okay, that's great. Wait. Fuck. Uh, damn it. I have a pile of headphones blocking my pile of tripods. Benjamin Netanyahu, kill this man. Okay. Okay. I might, genuinely, I might try. I'm gonna test this out. And for the rest of the stream, I might use like the Seni mic just for fun. I do have like a Razer stream mic or whatever, whoever gives a shit. But you know what? I don't care how good it sounds. I'm just gonna use this mic for the rest of the stream. It's funny. It's funny. I don't know if you can see it or if you can't see it. The cable is dying though, like on my other mic too. Look at how it looks. Look at how it looks. It's like a it's like a long nose. But yeah, it's cool. Can I turn up the sensitivity yet though? It's a bit properties. Test, 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 test. Ah. Okay, sure. I think that works. I hope. Stream. And live. Test, 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 test. And live. Test, 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 test. And live. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna switch to this guy. Test, 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 test. Can you hear me? Okay, I'm gonna switch to this guy. Test, 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 test. Can you hear me? Actually, I think because this one has sound canceling, noise canceling on, so I genuinely might be better. Hold on. Audio filters. Add. Noise suppression. Okay, I'm gonna try on this guy. See if it works better. Okay, I'm gonna try on this guy. Nah, this sounds the same. I think because the audio compression all the way from me to you is just too high, but I'll use it anyway. It looks funny. Next. Next item on the list, RAM. I have 2 pieces of RAM here. I will throw this in the box. Okay, next. My RGB my RGB my RGB I can't show you. I can show you like this. Look at that, my RGB stick. It's not showing up, but I'll just plug it in for fun. What else? Wi-Fi card. I think. Yeah. Give me my masking tape. I will tape the screw on and Uka Duka. Did I put all the iPods in here? I think I might have. And if I didn't, then too bad, I guess. I don't know where the rest went. Knife in my toolbox. Posters of my motorcycle. Some propping stuff. Look at this. Oh no, this is the posters of the helicopters. Promotional brochure. Can't wait to buy this when I'm older. We have cardboard drone from the Japanese, I think. Should be from the Japanese. Yeah, from Nagoya, Japan. Promoting the military industrial complex. Perfect. What else do we have? Quantum communication. Same company. Cool. I will put this in my pile of posters that I will never read. Well, I hope to read them one day. One day. One day is very optimistic. It's gone. It's right here. Okay, I think we're done with this side. I mean, we've been done with this side yesterday, but I put more stuff there. So back to this power plug. Where do I put the speakers? Put it on the pile of stuff that I need to sort out, I guess. Shit. Put it with the pile of stuff that I need to sort out. Okay, that's sorted. We got pad. ThinkPad is cool. ThinkPad is cool. I will just plug this guy in, see if it works. If it doesn't, then too bad. Point it down a bit more. Okay. I should have the power plug right here. This one? Nope. Oh. I should drink. Nah, not today. I already drank a bit of beer this morning. I mean, this night. But this guy, I don't think so. Way too small. Ah, found it. The yellow. The yellow ThinkPad. Okay. Ooh, okay. Signs of life. Actually, a lot of signs of life. That's not bad at all. This guy is on and ready to be sold. Very nice. I really want this one to work. It looks sick. Okay. Oh, wow, it's already on. CMOS checksum bad. Yeah, check date and time settings. Escape to continue or press F1 to enter setup. Just continue. Let's see if it decides to work. Might not, honestly. X220 is cool. Oh, the screen is weird. Look at the ThinkPad logo is blue. Okay, starting Windows. Looks good to me so far. Can we close this guy? Now this battery is a pain in the ass because it's supposed to work but didn't. We have. Please wait. Escape the welcome screen. Quantum drift? Yeah, I don't know the password hint terror. No idea. The screen is a bit fucky wucky. Either that or it's like the graphics card, I assume, but no idea what it is exactly. But it does work, so might just sell it as is. ThinkPad people love to tinker, so there's always a market for these guys. It runs Windows 7 Ultimate, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I'll just leave it charging for a while. Sure. That's cool. That's cool. Next we have the Shiok laptop. It says Shiok on the thing. Shiok, bro. This one very Shiok. Wow, you must try. Uses the old MagSafe. Is that? Yes, it is. Bro, I tell you, this one very Shiok one. Oh. Oh my lord. Oh no. Look at that screen. It is not good. Ooh, it smells bad. Nah, bro, get out of here. Ooh. Wow. Yeah, nah, not touching that. You're going in the pile that's getting disposed of. Disgusting. Alright. I always say that I want these 6 months to be over, but I always caveat it in my mind with the idea that like, well, after I've learned everything that I want to learn and like sorted everything that I want to sort, then I want it to be over. Wow, the hard drive of this guy is having a party in the casing, isn't it? This is not working. Hopeless, lost cause. And there was this MacBook that I was like, oh, it wasn't working, so I'm gonna give it to you for free to that guy that always takes my random stuff. And then he brought it home, and but I told him like, oh, I didn't know if it was working, because if I told him it was broken, he wouldn't have taken it. At the time, I only knew him, and I didn't know the other guy who wanted to take like laptops and stuff. So I gave it to him, right? And he was like, he brought it home, and he was like, "Oh, thank you. Both the tablet and the laptop were working." And I looked at him like, I looked at my phone. I was like, nah, good for him. Because if it wasn't for him, then I would have thrown it away anyway. So at least he could, at least with his charger that he uses where it works. I'm guessing it might be something with mine, but no idea. Might be the graphics card that's fried. Not gonna lie, like it doesn't look like the screen has any actual issue, but it looks like an overheated graphics card or something, maybe. Oh, this guy. It's a Digicam, believe it or not. I don't know how you open this up. I think it uses like a. It says push, right? But it's this is a Digicam. Like you hold it like this. This is the camera. This is a VHS recorder. There's a LCD screen behind. So you can point it up and you're like looking at it and like this, and then you're operating the device, which is just purely like the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. And it says push, but when I push it, nothing happens. So I'm assuming it's broken, but I can't like really force it open either, which kind of sucks. Yeah, nothing works. But I took it because it's really cool, and I wanted to give it away because I'm not holding this. I'm not keeping this. I would love to keep it if it worked, but the fact that I can't even open up the VHS compartment to access the tape, you know. We back in the day they always had these personalized stickers. And we can see it's pretty cool. It says hello, how are you? Very nice. What else do we have? What else do we have? Are you caught up in the middle? All right, I found this guy a while ago. It's a film camera. I took another look at it before I threw it to the side and never touch it again. It's a Nikon, and it's in superb condition. There's not a single scratch I can see on this camera, right? Lens has no fungus, it seems. F60, and this is like probably some kid's dream to own this camera. It's probably some kid's dream to own this camera. I want to point it here, but I'm scared like too harsh. The light might be too harsh for the camera. Can I? Does the aperture? Yes, I can. I can change the aperture. Can open it all the way up. And it seems like, yeah, not a single bit of fungus in this guy at all. It's in perfect condition. Same with the body, very new, like insanely new. Let's see, what batteries does it use? Wow, that is crazy. CR123A, the standard. All right, I think I think I'll sell this, but to someone deserving. It's just so new. It's actually crazy. It's I can't tell. I can't. It's hard to show on camera because this camera isn't the best. But usually when it's like used, there'll be like scratches on the lens, on the back, especially on the bottom if you put it on the ground, right? But this one's perfectly fine. I want to see if it came with anything else. It seemed like it. And imagine like someone just decided to throw this away. Like he doesn't want it anymore. I didn't even bother selling it. So you know, it's crazy. Anyway, camera pile. The camera pile is a pile of cameras that's right here. There is also a pile of cameras outside, but I have not touched it yet. I haven't touched it in a long time. Okay, I want to sort this side out actually. Before all this, I mean, that's important too, but this too, you know. Huawei P30. A ton of phones. I have so many phones. These iPhones are all right. Look at these cables. I think they're all C to C if I'm not wrong. It's just a bundle of them. I'm using the headphone hook on this side as a cable holder, but it's really running out of space. Oof. A to C, A to lightning, miscellaneous. Just on some random bullshit, man. You S8, I think. Yeah, S8. You know what? I think I might as well. There was a battery for this guy, wasn't there? All right, it's on the table. Okay. Let's see if the battery works. This dies. Oh, it's on a dock. I think this is like the slim one because how do I release you? Oh, what? It's a battery dock? No way. This whole is it? It's an battery extension. What? Hold on. Yeah, this is not something I've seen before. That's crazy. This is a battery expansion pack that snaps onto the bottom. Bottom does not look very good, but the onto the bottom with this the dock connector. So it doesn't have any extra USB ports or anything at all. It's mainly just a extra battery pack. It's okay, it's working without the battery pack. Oh, my legs are all white. I mean, they're not all white, but okay, I'll leave it to charge for a bit just in case it's actually working. I'm gonna bet this guy is dead, but the built-in battery might still be working. Maybe. I'll leave it to marinate for a bit. We'll check on it later. Jeez, I have two iPhones here, right? I think fortunately one of them has a cracked back. I might have to go repair this. Either that or I just keep it for now. We'll see. Bring out a lightning cable here for this matter. Cables. Okay, it's working. I will charge these two guys up. What happened to my C to C lightning cable? It's gone. I mean, I charge these two guys up. The fake 500-watt charger has started screaming. I guess whining is a more correct term. They've started to whine when I plug things in. It's a bit concerning. I don't want it to blow up, but it's still working. So It's almost like a CRT TV kind of whine, but like a lower pitch. Anyway, I'll wait for them to charge up. I think this guy should still be working, even though with the cracked back crack, even with the cracked back. What about you? Locked. LCD, iCloud lock, iCloud lock. These are useless. I will discard of them. I will dispose of them. And it's not me who says it's useless. It's a completely usable device. Apple is actually like really good at making those. It's literally them that says I'm gonna make it useless. I think there is a there is a pro to that, which is like that you make a device that you know will last more than its uh designated than its like usable lifespan. Like when the hardware becomes obsolete, which it clearly has. No, not really. Depends. When the hardware becomes obsolete, you want people to stop using it, so that not just so that they can buy a new product of yours, but also because you want your customers to have the best experience ever. And if everyone's using an old and slow device, and they're gonna complain like, oh, it's old and slow, then you're gonna have a bad reputation. But if you just tell them, hey, it's not gonna work anymore, stop it, stop using it, then they buy a new thing, and then most people who are using the your company's products will be using new products. So that's the upside of planned obsolescence, so called. But the downside, obviously, is that they cut it off before its useful lifespan, and then yeah, you end up having to buy more stuff. I feel like if they, obviously Apple's planned obsolescence is out in the open for everyone to see, but if they were truly, the first guy who is trying to, who's trying to, oh, my cables, make sure everyone gets the best experience, at least leave YouTube working on your old iOSs, right? I'm sure there's a way to do that, and I'm sure they don't want to do it because they want people to buy more stuff. And it's like a mix between like I want more money and between, well, my stuff works forever, so please stop using it. Oh, there you go. It's on. Great. A lot of iPads here. I could keep testing them. Honestly, I have so many devices here that I could just test them and not worry about. Why did they tape up the screen? Like, what was the intention here? And why do I care? This one's tested. What does it say? iPad Air iCloud lock, 16 GB. LCD Halo. So it's useless then. Why am I keeping it? iPad Air is one of those things that's really unfortunate because you're holding it and it still feels futuristic. Like holding an iPad Air, look at how thin this guy is. I won't deny that Apple makes some fantastic products, right? But it's one of those really tragic things where like it's still a mix between I want people to use my stuff, only the good stuff, and well, I'm gonna plan obsolescence it. Because you think about it. Hey Google, when was the iPad Air released? The original one. Listen, finish listening to me speak, Nick.
The original iPad Air was released on November 1st, 2013. Apple has since released several generations. iPad Air 2, October 2014. iPad Air 3rd Gen, March 2019.
Oh, wow.
iPad Air
That's a jump.
4th Gen, October 2020. iPad Air 5th Gen, March 2022. iPad Air M2, May 2024.
All right. Hey Google.
iPad Air
Hey Google.
M3,
Hey
March
Google.
20.
Stop talking.
Understood. Please let me know if you need anything else.
Yeah, 2013. That's 12 years ago. They were able to make this 12 years ago. Someone dropped the Tel Aviv impressed sticker. Cause that's me. This guy's dead apparently. I think this might be a Pro actually. Might not be an Air. Not sure. It's a little concerning. It's like it's flooded with water or something inside. Or does it have a screen protector on there? I can't see. I don't think so. I think this guy is just flooded. Now, speaking of flooded, some people, I genuinely think, they try to look at this. Honor 400 Pro. I love it. I love it so much. It's an Honor phone. How can I not? It's like Huawei but worse. Anyway. I think it had like it had a cracked back, right? But it was working-ish, sort of. I will charge it and I will let it. I'll take a look. Is this guy charging? Yes, it is. Are you? You're on, right? Yeah. It's beautiful. It's a nice phone. I love iPhone 10. When I first came out, I hated it, and I told myself I want to be one of the first people to get it, and I never did because I was in secondary school. Why would I bother getting an iPhone 10 in secondary school? I was like, $1,000 for a phone? You're kidding me, right? You're shitting yourself. But it's such a, well, to put it nicely, a unique device, right? To put it not nicely, it's super ugly. And I still do think the forehead thing, it's just this. But unfortunately, everyone has copied that. So, yeah. I, there was a software glitch, and now it's gone. So it's just a fully working phone now. Oh my lord. You're kidding me. You're kidding me. It's a fully working phone now. Okay, no need to tell me what to do. Uh I think it has a screen protector. Yeah, it has a screen protector pre-applied. What's it called? 25%. I can literally unplug this and it would. How's the camera? I'm very curious. I remember this phone not being very good. I mean, camera-wise, not as good as before. Honestly, you know what? Color me impressed. This looks great. I'm very surprised. I'm gonna compare it to my Honor phone. I will take a picture of a of isopropyl alcohol and take a look. Okay, so that's the Honor. Sign in to use Gemini. Fuck off. Okay, and my Oppo. I need to clean the lenses first. But already, like, it doesn't look that good. But I will go master mode just to give it a bit of an edge. Yeesh. You know what? Whew. I think I prefer the Honor. That's crazy. Why though? Hold on. Are my lenses dirty or something? No way. Did I mess up? Did I mess up buying a phone that I thought had a good camera but actually doesn't? Because I was gonna buy Honor. I was gonna buy Honor. Let's try that again. I I can't. It's hard to see on the. Yeah, I can't see. But holy crap! You know what? The Honor is definitely a bit more sharpened, but it captures a lot more detail actually. Oppo is a very text is very enhanced. There's a lot more contrast on the Honor. 100% it's more punchy. You know what? I'm gonna turn up the contrast on the Oppo just post process until I kind of see it match the Honor. I can't really say. They both look really good. I'm very surprised. I'm very surprised. Uh, I thought there's no way this phone is gonna be any good. Let's go 50 times zoom onto Chisato over there. I go 10 times, all right? 10 times. You know, I go 15 times. 15 fuck it then. 10 times zoom. 10 times zoom on Chisato and Takina. There you go. That's one shot. Okay. They don't look very good. I think the Oppo is probably gonna win just because of its optical 6x zoom. Does it have HDR on? It does. Yeah, Oppo wins hands down. The sharpness and detail is just way better. How about an ultra wide shot? I'll go up close on my something. Just give me anything. Something that has a bit more detail, perhaps. Can't really think of anything. You know what? Yeah, I'll go up close on my Philips headphones. Okay, that's one ultra wide done. What about, man, everyone just has like an insane camera in their pockets nowadays. It's crazy. Oh, the glare though. The glare is a bit bad on this guy. Okay, it definitely looks a lot better on the Oppo. This is, after all, a budget Honor phone. The 400 is not even the 800. This is the 400. Is a budget phone. Man, if you didn't tell me this was a budget phone, I'd be like, I even I'm wow. 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 If you didn't put it side by side, I think this looks fantastic. The contrast is definitely a lot punchier. Like the AI for Honor really ups the contrast. But yeesh. Okay, let's do a one time shot. One time shot on this on this phone right here. I'll go a bit higher. I'll go 1.2. Yes, great. You know what? I'll do it on my keyboard. I'll do it on my keyboard. 1.2. Okay. Cool. I think Honor is smarter. They would use the full 200 megapixels. Honor is way more contrasty. 100% way more contrasty. Honor's also has 200 megapixels front camera, so the detail is sharper. Let me see if I can change that. Yeah, unfortunately I can't. The software for Oppo is just genuinely a bit lacking. Not too much of a difference here. I'm seeing I think if you posted this on social media, people would say the Honor looks better just because of it ups the contrast. But I'm gonna think if you wow, it has the Apple always on display. I mean this guy has too, but like Tel Aviv impressed. Okay. Yeah. I Yippee! Honor is very cool. I didn't get them though. Mainly because their video capabilities are not as good as Oppo's. Their video stabilization is fantastic, but their video in general is somewhat lacking. So that was the main reason I didn't get Honor. Oppo had like a really good video. Second to, okay, iPhone obviously has the best video, but I cannot stand the software. I'm sorry, Apple. I cannot stand your software. Um, Next up is Vivo X300 Pro or X300 Ultra if it's released now, I think. But it's not really there yet. Oh, it's already 3:30. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna sleep at 4. But not really there yet. I mean, it's I'm not really there. I mean, it's way too expensive. Oppo is like in between. It's not really there yet, but it's cheap. I only spent like 700 on my phone, and I'm very happy with it. So, yeah, that's why I got Oppo. Okay. All right. What's next? Oh, the S6. I am gonna give this away. I cannot. I cannot. It's been way too long, and I can't make any money off of the S6. So, or like not enough that I want to bother with it. So, given given away. Next, tons of Surface devices actually. What I haven't bothered with these. Like it's really just get out of here. I have another one, but I don't think this is mine. I'll check though, because some of these belong to like us in the past. I might have some pictures of them on them and stuff. So I don't want to just straight up throw them away right without checking. This, yeah, it's this guy. I'll plug it in, see if I can. I might not even remember the password, honestly. Like, genuinely might not remember the password on this guy. So, and even if it is in the iCloud lock, because iCloud lock can be easily bypassed, especially on these older devices. Not easily, but can be bypassed quite fast, especially on these older devices. So, it's not worth my time. I got time. Tell me now. Oh, this one's pink. Look at that. It's the same color as my shirt. Isn't that cool? I think it's a Surface Go though. These aren't really worth much. Yeah. Surface, yeah, Windows RT. This guy is worth jack shit. So I'll be giving this away too. I don't have the I don't have the charger for it here, so I'm too lazy to even bring it up. What is about you? You are also a Surface. I think I have the charger for you though. I have the normal Surface charger. It runs off USB-C. Plug another cable in. Mm, no, this one's running off of that. Ah, you. I have so many Surface devices. I'm gonna start testing them too, just one by one. One by one. Da, da, da. Honor 400 Pro back glass. Is it easy to replace? That's my question. Is it not gonna power off? What? Hello? Weird. Honor 400 Pro. I'll let it charge for a bit. See what happens. Please watch me drown. Pull me down, down, down. I'm losing. I'm breaking. One by one. Come down. One by one. Let's listen to some Jordan Peterson.
And
Than
orders.
I'll give
I'll
you an
give you an
example.
example.
When I
When I
first
first was recruited by the CIA, I was asked in a group of new hires
It's not
what
Jordan
we would
Peterson.
do if we got
Is John Kiriakou? Yeah. It's funny because I think part of me wants to believe that the deep state is trying to push his stories out so that we forget about Jeffrey Epstein. Right? But then again, it might be just the funny and no one really cares about. I mean, like, it's just a coincidence and no one's really like actually planning anything.
a cable from CIA headquarters ordering us to collect information on the Indonesian economy. You recruit the Indonesian economic secretary, you make him your best friend, you spend money on him, your wives become friends, you vacation together, but you learn that he is just not recruitable. So what do? Well, one of my colleagues said you double down, work the case another 6 months, and hope for the best. A second colleague said, maybe you work it through your wives, maybe your wife can convince his wife to give you the information. I raised my hand and I said, you break into the Indonesian embassy and you steal it. And the instructor said, that's exactly what you do. That's a sociopathic tendency. What's the coolest piece of spy tech you ever got to use? You know, there's kind of a dirty little secret about spy tech, and it is that 95% of it is purchased from Amazon.com. Seriously. Because it is cheaper and it is quicker just to go online and buy it and then use it operationally than it is to invent it from scratch. The coolest piece of spy tech that I ever used was it was a leather briefcase. I just went into the local marketplace in Pakistan and bought it. I think it cost the equivalent of like $10. And over the course of 3 days, one of our technical officers pulled the threads out of it, installed a wire all the way around the briefcase, which could act as a listening device, and then packed the area around the wire with these little teeny tiny batteries that I had never seen before. And then he sewed the whole thing closed again. So I walked into a meeting with my little briefcase. The bad guy took the briefcase from me, opened it up, looked through it. It didn't have anything in it because it was all sewn into the lining. And we sat there and had the meeting while my colleagues half a mile away were able to listen to the entire thing. It was very cool. Does the CIA listen through our phones and laptop cameras? Yes. I hate to say it. There was a dramatic leak in 2017 that the CIA came to call the Vault 7 disclosures. Gigabytes worth of documents leaked by a CIA technology engineer. What he told us was that the CIA can intercept anything from anyone, number one. Number two, they can remotely take control of your car through the car's embedded computer. To do what? To make you drive off a bridge, into a tree, to make you kill yourself and make it look like an accident. They can take over your smart television and turn the speaker into a microphone so that they can listen to what's being said in the room even when the TV is turned off. God knows what else that they can do that hasn't been leaked. Are hitmen real? Yes. At the National Security Council, there is a committee that meets every Tuesday morning at 9 o'clock to draw up something called the kill list. They sit around a table and they make a list of all the people that they want to kill that week. And then they take it back to the CIA, which has a dedicated unit. I won't tell you the name, but it has a dedicated unit that takes receipt of the list. They say, okay, number one. They drive to the airport, they get on the plane, they go out to that country, they kill the person, they come back, and then they go to number two on the list. That happens every single week. Now, we can have a conversation about whether that's right or whether it's wrong. It's certainly immoral. It's illegal, but it's been tasked by the president. At the same time, they will tell you there hasn't been another 9/11, has there? Maybe it's because we're out there killing people.
What kind of people would be on that list?
Oh, the most dangerous terrorists in the world. Or at least people that the CIA deems to be the most dangerous terrorists. How does the CIA recruit spies in foreign countries? That cuts right to the very heart of what the CIA is. The CIA trains its officers in something called the asset acquisition cycle. It has 4 steps: spot, assess, develop, recruit. So let's say you're a brand new CIA officer overseas. You get out there and mingle and go to diplomatic cocktail parties or go anywhere where there might be a viable target for you. You spot the target, you go up. Hi, how are you? I'm the new officer at the American Embassy. I'm covering political affairs or economic affairs or trade or whatever it is you're doing. You exchange business cards. That's spotting. Assessing is I say, so what do you do for a living? If you tell me that you do something that I'm operationally interested in, that's my assessment of you. Then I develop you. That's actually the fun part. That is us going to lunch and going to dinner, and I spend money on you because I have literally an unlimited budget to do so. And maybe we go on vacation together, and our wives are friends, and you mention offhandedly that you like to go fishing, let's say. So I charter a boat for $4,000 and I take you deep sea fishing because you could never afford to do it on your own. And then we become best friends. And because we're best friends, I say to you, hey, would you do me a favor? Yeah, I'm sorry to ask, but you know, the Russians have this new tank, and I know that you guys have access to the plans, and I would really appreciate it if you could just make me a copy of those plans. I know that sounds kind of funny, but it would help me a lot. So, hey, thanks, I appreciate it. I'll pick them up tonight. And then maybe I start giving you a little bit of money. And then finally, when it comes to the recruitment, I say, I haven't been totally honest with you. I'm actually a CIA officer, undercover. Are you okay with that? You're a great guy, and you're my best friend, and how about if I give you $5,000 a month, and you just answer my questions, right? That's cool, right? And you undoubtedly will say yes, and the rest is history.
Got to be a good actor to do that. Pull that off. Yeah.
And a sociopath. Do you ever
It says
fear for your
intern
life?
103 on this guy.
Not now. But
Intern
over the course
103.
of my career, I did
That's
several
funny.
times. And I'll give you one example. There were 2 active assassination attempts against me. In one, I just got lucky. And unfortunately, my next door neighbor was killed instead. He was the British defense attaché in Athens, Brigadier General Stephen Saunders. I think about it every single day. in another, an enemy country sent one of its officers and a double agent to kill me, but we had advance warning that it was going to happen, and we were able to neutralize the threat, as they say in the movies. But there was another experience that I had that troubled me deeply. I was serving in Pakistan at the time, and I was staying in a small guest house because it was safer than a big hotel. Sure enough, the big hotel was blown up and 45 people were killed while I was living there. But I left my guest house at a different time, like I did every day, and took a different route, like I did every day, to go to work. And I noticed that a man on a motorcycle wearing a red helmet was trying very hard to stay in my blind spot. I worked 12, 14 hours, whatever it was that day, and I left, and it was dark, and sure enough, there he was again. There's a definition of surveillance. It's multiple sightings at time and distance. So I've seen him multiple times at different times of the day and at different places. I'm definitely under surveillance. I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning, got in the car, drove a block, there he was again. So when I got to the office, I said to the security officer, I am under surveillance. I'm 100% sure that I'm under surveillance. He said, well, let's wait until the chief comes in. When the chief finally came in, I told him the story, and he said, well, you know what you have to do. I said, I know. I'm going to kill him if I see him this afternoon. I was worried about it all day, and all my coworkers came up to me that day to slap me on the back and say, don't worry, we're all going to be out there. We're going to have a whole security team. I said, I know, but I never killed anybody before, and I'm so worried that he's going to kill me before I get a clear shot at him. That afternoon, I had a meeting at a safe house that we shared with the local service. And on my way out at the end of the meeting, and I don't know why I did this, but I turned around and I said, General, are you following me? And he said, no, why? And I said, because I'm under surveillance. And if I see this guy again, I'm going to kill him. And I never saw him again. I learned later that several of their officers were sitting around and saying, you know, that new American guy, he's such a nice guy. Nobody's that nice. I wonder if he's being nice just to try to make us drop our guard. And they decided to put the worst surveillance officer in their entire intelligence service on me. And if I hadn't said something that afternoon, he would be in the ground today. Does Trump have the UK and Europe's back? No, he doesn't. When we hear from journalists or political figures that Donald Trump doesn't like the Europeans, he doesn't like NATO, he doesn't like the European Union, we should take the man at his word. I don't think he does have Europe's back, or even the UK's back. When he says
Guy
America
works,
first, he means America first, whatever that means. He has an idea in his own mind, but I don't think he cares one whit about Europe.
This guy works. It's just very slow, and battery might not work, and that means, ugh, you know, like, I want to know what spec this guy's running. Come on. If it's running like 6th gen or lower, I'm not gonna bother. System information. Yeah, 6th gen. Alright. $100 or so if it's fully working. Which it is. But you have to buy a battery, you have to buy a SSD for it. Like, would I want to spare that that amount of money on it? Maybe a hard drive, right? And there's plenty of those around nowadays, so. This guy, laptop thin HDD. Let's see. I'm curious if there's anything in this guy. And if there isn't, I'll plug it into the HP and see if I can install Windows on it. Okay. Turn it on. Turn it on. My lord, did I not plug it in again? Not plugged. Why is it so annoying? Why is it so hard to? I mean, it is all the way that it is. Okay, there you go. See if there's anything in him. Okay, there is, but what is it? A recovery. Get out of here. Does PC, Intel? It's usually users, right? And then I want to see what they have on their main file here. Just in case, like, oh my, and I only saw recovery image F. Okay, that's useless. Got Windows. We got program files, users, sweat up. Set up program files. That's Bonjour. Caseware, document, audits. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. Okay. Library. It's a bunch of audits, I guess. Script. No idea what this is either. Common files. Adobe Designer, Microsoft. Microsoft shared? Chrome. I mean, I noticed there's not much in here, but just curious. Team viewer. Wow, this is taking a while to load, huh? Alright. Sure, I'll wait for LKS to show up. Kind of curious though, how good is the drive? This is why I use a Mac for drive exploration, by the way, just saying. It's not bad. That's actually quite good. It's not the worst. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. God, this guy is slow. Holy crap. Oh, it's making noises too. That's not good. It's like it's a bit rattly. It's okay though. I mean, as long as it's faster than this guy, that's all I needed to be. Oh, it's on. It's working. It's working. Let's see the downloads. Oh yeah, let's go. There's stuff. Exchange rates, copy of SU 2020. Okay, I shouldn't have clicked that because it's gonna bring up Microsoft Excel. It's not much. Home Employment Services Center. Oh, Japanese. Okay, come on, Bing. I mean, come on, Microsoft Edge. Are you crashing? You're kidding me. You're crashing. 100,000 shares of the company. Southeast Asia Welding Equipment Private Limited. $4,000. Yeah, there's a lot of numbers there, huh? There's a lot of numbers. That's a lot of numbers. Yeah, alright, whatever. I ain't caring. I'm taking the Japanese though. I'm gonna move this to the download. Is it there? I'll check later. Yeah, I'll check now. I'm gonna block off just in case there's stuff in my downloads that's private. Oh, it's already here. I just couldn't see it. I'll move it to documents though. Just cause yeah, I don't wanna. Okay. Cool. Cool. Lots of business stuff here. WhatsApp image. Okay. Cool, not much in download. Okay, let's go do the people actually use contacts? No. Desktop. Home Employment Service Center. Plastic engineering. Was this guy an accountant? Roy. What was Roy doing? We can't open this file. Okay, alright. Oh. Uh. Um. Um. uh. I don't know if this is private. So I'm not gonna show it. But it looks like this guy has like $130,000 in the bank. I mean, that's cool. I want $130,000. Can I have some? You should give me half because that's how communism works, right? I'm not a communist. I'm just shitting around. Southeast Asia welding. Stuff to do. Innovation development. God, is this another? This guy was an accountant, wasn't he? Top 10 worst jobs. I mean, unless you're something, I don't know. Zenith Nova 2020. Yeah, I don't care. VPN.text. I don't know what that means, but okay. Documents. Outlook files. Nope, nothing there. Scan documents. Welcome scan. Beautiful. What a beautiful, beautiful file. Let's go and roll into pictures. Documents. Nothing. Zoom. Oh, hold on.
Enseñar. Hola. Enseñar.
I think this might have been like an accidental recording. Gonna just leave my desktop volume here. There you go. Yeah, definitely an accidental recording. Pretty funny if you ask me. Downloads. Oh yeah, we looked at this just now. No! Okay, wait, no, it's already loaded. View. Favorites. Nothing. HP. Print box. Links, edge, music. Nothing. This guy was only using that laptop for work, huh? Pictures, saved pictures, screenshots, camera roll. Really, just straight up nothing. Saved games, searches, videos, capture, nothing. Wow. How boring. It literally has nothing on it. So I'm just gonna format it. Is there a not device manager? I want to create and format disks. Where is the 500 gig one? This guy. Can I not just like straight up? Oh, it's encrypted. Alright, fuck it then. I'm just gonna rip it out of the. Oh, almost dropped it. Alright, back to those John clips.
Which film or TV series portrays spy work the most accurately?
Yeah, the
Great
battery's
question. I will tell you that at the CIA, we watch every single spy movie and spy series. All of us do. I'm proud to say that I have been the script advisor on The Bourne Ultimatum, on Kill the Messenger, on True Lies, and on Burn Notice. We love this kind of thing. Most of them have nothing whatsoever to do with the reality of the CIA, except a couple. In terms of TV, Homeland. Wow, they got it right. The only thing that they got wrong was if you go crazy, they send you to the hospital until you're not crazy anymore. In movies, there was a movie that came out in 2004 called The Recruit. The first half of the movie, where the lead character is going through training, 100% accurate, except for one minor difference. They didn't beat us in training. Everything else that he went through, whew, we went through it in spades. Most other movies, stinkers. And listen, just as a general rule, if somebody calls the CIA the company, turn it off. Is social media the biggest intelligence gathering tool today? It is absolutely one of them, yes. You know, I was always amazed when I was at the CIA at how targets, legitimate intelligence targets, would literally put their entire lives on LinkedIn and Facebook. Incredible. You don't even have to do any research. They lay it all out right there on the screen for you. So the answer is yes. If you value your privacy, if you don't want to pop up on the radar, you have to stay away from social media. What was 9/11's impact on the world? You know, I was in the CIA's headquarters on the morning of 9/11. Well, we knew we were at war.
I
And one of the
forgot
first thoughts that
this
I
guy
had
was
that
working.
morning was, does Osama bin Laden have any idea what he's done? Does he have any idea how many people are going to die? We all knew what the American response was going to be. It was going to be merciless. The question is, what was 9/11's impact on the world? It was dramatic and lasting. We're almost 24 years after the 9/11 attacks, and we still can't go through airports with our shoes on. Untold trillions of dollars
Yeah,
have been spent on counterterrorism and defense, and that is probably never going to change. Why are there so many wars in 2025? Well, do you want my real answer or do you want my diplomatic answer? My real answer is the US has a defense budget that is bigger than the next 8 largest countries combined. After 9/11, the US entered into something like a permanent wartime economy, where if we didn't have a war to fight and to finance, we would actually go into recession. Now, we see ourselves as the world's peacekeepers. In many cases, we're not. We tend to be places where we're not wanted or welcome, and we end up forgetting to leave. There's an old joke inside the CIA about Iran. Like, why would Iran put its country right in the middle of all of our military bases? There you have it. Why are there so many wars? It's because the U.S. has an activist foreign policy, and sometimes we make friends on the wrong side of issues. Can the CIA make someone disappear without a trace? You bet they can, and they do all the time. In the immediate aftermath of the 9/11 attacks, the CIA created, for example, an archipelago of secret prisons, and they would just disappear people. We would capture people in Al Qaeda safe houses, for example, let's say in Pakistan or Afghanistan, and we would ship them off to these secret prisons. And when I say secret prisons, I mean in many cases they were so secret that even the presidents and prime ministers of the countries where the prisons were based didn't know that there were secret CIA prisons in their countries. So the CIA can make people disappear in that respect. They can kill people and just bury them, in some crazy foreign land and nobody would ever know. But if you're a CIA officer, or better yet, let's say you're a KGB officer and you want to defect, the CIA will give you a completely new identity, more money than you can ever count, and you and your family can live happily ever after, under the name John Smith, and nobody would be the wiser. How does the USA track terrorist threats? They use something called the terrorist matrix. It's also
Matrix.
called all source intelligence. Believe it or not, members of terrorist groups actually give press interviews in which they telegraph what they're going to do in their next attack. That's one way. The media. Electronic surveillance. It could be intercepting cell phones, intercepting emails, intercepting encoded messages, even intercepting messages from game platforms. We have satellites that track these things. We have spies providing what's called HUMINT, short for human intelligence. So you use literally every source at your dispense and put this matrix together to try to disrupt that next attack. Can you be a spy and have a moral compass? What a great question that is. I'm going to say yes because I had a moral compass. It cost me my freedom. It cost me my job. It cost me my family. But it was worth it. There are some things that you are tasked to do as a CIA counterintelligence officer that you just have to say no to. There are some things that are so immoral, so
Eighth gen.
unethical, in many cases so
Some eighth
illegal,
gen here.
that you just should not do it. What is the most controversial thing you've worked on or heard about? It has to be the torture program. I went to prison for 23 months for going public with the CIA's torture program. I went on ABC News in the United States in December of 2007, and I said 3 things. I said the CIA was torturing its prisoners. I said that torture was official U.S. government policy. And I said that the policy had been personally approved by the president himself. The FBI investigated me. They determined I had not committed a crime. Then Barack Obama became president. They secretly reopened the case against me. I was indicted and charged with 5 felonies, including 3 counts of espionage for giving this this interview. Remember, espionage can be a death penalty charge. I had 3 of them. Well, I hadn't committed espionage, and finally they dropped those charges. But I ended up taking a plea to a lesser charge just to make this thing go away. I had 5 kids at home. I had gone bankrupt from the legal expenses, and I was facing 45 years in prison. They offered me 23 months, and I took the deal. But I would do it again today if I had to, because somebody had to stand up and say that this was wrong. Shouldn't torture be legal if we are protecting American lives? Absolutely not. Not under any circumstances. Torture doesn't work. Torture is illegal internationally. It is immoral. And you end up making a recruitment video, essentially, for your greatest enemies. For example, when it became apparent that the U.S. was torturing military prisoners at Abu Ghraib prison in Iraq, and video was leaked showing those prisoners in orange jumpsuits, ISIS bought orange jumpsuits and made its kidnapping victims, who were mostly aid workers and American journalists, wear orange jumpsuits and then beheaded them on camera. They did that only because the U.S. was torturing its prisoners. So torture does not work. Torture is illegal. It is immoral. It is unethical, and no one should be in the business of doing it. What's the most dangerous country in the world right now? Also a good question. There are several. And I've been to all of them. I never got to go to the nice places. I went to 72 countries with the CIA, and almost all of them were just awful. Some of the most dangerous places in the world are Yemen, Somalia, Gaza, Afghanistan, parts of Pakistan. You have to sleep with one eye open. You just
Forgot
never
about
know
this guy.
how bad things are
He's
going
a
to get. And I'll
battery
give you an
replacement.
example. I went to Yemen 5 times, and every time I went, it was worse than the previous time. The 5th and final time that I went, we were only allowed to stay at one hotel. The hotel had a 30-foot high wall around it to protect it from bomb blasts. You couldn't stay in any of the other hotels by then. Well, the day after I arrived, a group of South Korean diplomats arrived. And on the drive from the airport to the hotel, they were ambushed and they were all killed, 6 of them. A couple of days later, a group of South Korean intelligence officers arrived to investigate the murder of the 6 diplomats. And they were ambushed and they were murdered. And so the South Koreans just closed their embassy and went home. That's a pretty dangerous country. What do you make of U.S. foreign policy right now? A complete and utter disaster. I've never seen an administration that works so hard to offend and alienate our friends. Threatening to invade Canada? That's an act of war. Canada is not just a NATO country, but it's a Five Eyes country. Five Eyes being the US, the UK, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand, the closest alliance in the entire world. And what, we're going to send an army to Canada and overthrow them? It doesn't make any sense. Even if you're joking, why would you even joke like that out loud? We don't coordinate with our European allies. We're threatening to invade Panama, to take the Panama Canal. We're threatening to invade and annex Greenland. It's craziness. So I'm not a big supporter of U.S. foreign policy right now. Does China actually pose a real risk to the West? I think no. And I'll tell you why. China simply does not have a history of expansionism. If you put aside Tibet, which the Chinese have always claimed to be a part of China, the Chinese have never invaded another country. They had a little border skirmish with the Vietnamese in the 1970s. They had a little border skirmish against India in the 1960s, but they don't invade countries. And they have only one military base outside of China. It's in Djibouti, and believe it or not, they share it with the United States. It's the US that sees China as the big threat, and Australia and the Philippines kind of see China as a threat. But the Chinese are perplexed as to why we so distrust them. Is there a threat from China to Taiwan? Of course there is. Taiwan is also seen by the Chinese as being a legitimate part of China, but there's no indication that the Chinese are preparing any offensive
This guy's
measures against
nuts. I didn't know
Taiwan.
that.
I just don't see what the big threat is. Is the CIA or MI6 more elite? MI6 is an absolutely top tier, first rate service, but it's like comparing apples and oranges. At the CIA, we used to say how much we wished we could be like MI6 because MI6 is small and it's lean, and when they decide to do something, by God, they go out and do it. At the CIA, when we decide to do something, we have 6 layers of bureaucracy that we have to go through to finally get permission. And then the attorneys get involved, and then you have to send it to the president, and then he has to sign it or change it or reject it or do whatever it is that he has to do. They don't have that kind of a problem at MI6. They just report directly to the prime minister and they can get things done. The CIA has a budget that absolutely dwarfs the MI6 budget. And we have our own, high-level technology budget, satellites and spy planes and all kinds of crazy things. So they're both great services, but they're different at the same time. Are sleeper agents real? Yes, they are. And the country that is the best at using sleeper agents is Russia. The United States doesn't have a program of sleeper agents, and I'm frankly unaware of any Western intelligence service that has sleeper agents or that uses sleeper agents. The Russians have an army of sleeper agents. In fact, just in the last 2 or 3 years, a group of Russian sleeper agents in Northern Virginia, including one in my neighborhood, were disrupted and arrested. So what a sleeper agent is somebody who is trained as an intelligence officer, who is then sent to the United States or the UK or Brazil or Paris or wherever, and told to just get a job, any job, and be a national of that country. And so you've got people who, well, in the case of what happened in Washington recently, one was an elementary school teacher, and one worked for an airline. Everybody thought they were Americans, and in fact, they're collecting classified information, mostly from U.S. defense contractors, and secretly transmitting it back to Russian intelligence in the evenings. They were disrupted and expelled from the United States. Is chief of disguise a real job? You bet it is. They have the most fun in the world. On the day that I got hired, I was sitting with 2 other brand new officers, and I sat down. I said, "Hi, my name's John. It's nice to meet you both." They said, "What are you going to do here at the agency?" I said, "I'm going to be an intelligence officer. I have degrees in Middle Eastern studies. What are you guys going to do?" The woman said to me, "Oh, I just graduated from the Falls Church, Virginia Academy of Beauty." Academy of Beauty. She ended up becoming a master disguise maker. And the guy on my left was a cartoonist for his college newspaper. He drew a little cartoon that was very popular. He became a master forger. So it doesn't really matter what your background is. If you're good at it, there's a place for you at the CIA. And many of those places are working for the director of disguise. What made you decide to blow the whistle? It's very brave. Thank you. At the CIA, we are trained to believe that everything in life is a shade of gray. And that is just simply not true. Some things are black and white. They're right or wrong. And the United States has laws that ban torture. We have the Federal Torture Act of 1946. We are not just signatories to the United Nations Convention Against Torture. We wrote the United Nations Convention Against Torture. In 1946, the United States executed Japanese soldiers who waterboarded American POWs. In 1968, an American soldier waterboarded a North Vietnamese prisoner and was given 20 years at hard labor in a military prison after being convicted of torture. The law never changed. So how is it then that from 2002 to 2005, torture was somehow magically legal? It wasn't legal. we were committing crimes against humanity. And so it was something that having known the details, I couldn't sleep at night. And I believed, and in retrospect, I was right, that the American people had a right to know what their government was doing in their name. And I'm proud to say that because of my revelations, the McCain-Feinstein Amendment was passed into law, and it formally and permanently banned torture.
Have you investigated any of us before this shoot? Funny you should say that. There was some light touch work done. Let's just put it there. Especially the cameraman on there.
Okay. Cool. Got a bunch of. Gonna see if I can use this one. Oh, you gotta have a USB-A at least. There you go. I think the hard drive is slow, but it's still usable, so I'm not gonna really bother changing it out. Like some of these guys, the hard drive is unusable, so I would change it out. IdeaPad 320.
Device using a screen reader. Turn on narrator by pressing Windows plus Control plus Enter. For more accessibility features, press Windows plus U, or select the accessibility icon in the bottom corner.
This guy is fully working and fully reset too. Wow. Just straight up. Oh, okay, wait, hold on. Hey Google, where's my phone?
Sure, I can help with this. First, please unlock your phone.
Yeah, that was what I meant. Hey Google. Hey Google, what is the command to bypass Let's Connect You to a Network on Windows 11?
Press Shift plus F10 to open command prompt. Type OOBEBYPASSNRO and hit enter. Your system will reboot, allowing you to select I don't have internet to create a local account.
Okay, that's nice. Very easy to do. Oh, but where's the paper? I need to reset this guy. I don't know if the battery on this guy is charging. I think it's not. Oh well. Hey Google, what is the key to enter BIOS on startup for Lenovo IdeaPad 320?
Press F2 repeatedly, or use the Novo button, small pinhole, on the side.
Can I actually do that? Is that a thing? Oh my god. That's crazy. They integrated a numpad into the keyboard here, where it's like literally part of the keyboard. Swift 3, AMD Ryzen 5 4000 series. This guy is sort of like my laptop. I think it's way lighter actually. Maybe. I think mine was the 5000 series. Yeah, mine is so heavy. Holy crap. No, mine's also the 4000. Oh, mine's the Ryzen 7 though. So, that's good. Slightly better. Love my laptop, MSI. But very heavy. Way heavier than this guy. This guy is, it's not very heavy, I guess. It's all around there. Rubber on this guy is falling off a bit though. I want to take a look at the pinhole that was mentioned because I keep hearing about it, right? Every time I wonder like how do you go to BIOS on a Lenovo? They mention either press certain button or use the pinhole on the side, which come on, where is it? Is it this guy? Or is it the mic? Nope, that's the button, all right. But it's not doing anything. I'm gonna guess I have to restart it. And if I'm gonna restart it, I might as well just spam F2. Man, I got freaking not having an SSD is crazy. Crazy work these days. Let's see let's see about this guy though, performance. Ryzen 5 4500U. 16 gigabytes of RAM, which is pretty good. SSD 512. Hey, that's not bad. That's actually really decent for a laptop. Like genuinely, I could sell this for a few $100 and people will be happy with it. This Lenovo though is okay, nice. Finally. Oh, is it not showing up? Is my USB stick not showing up? I think I have to disable secure boot. Yeah, exit saving changes and then spam F2 again. Hopefully that works. Is it almost 5 again? Oh my god, it's almost 5 again. I have to go to sleep. Let me finish this up though. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Okay. This guy says his battery is almost full. Is that true? Hey Google, what's the Hey Google, how do I get a battery information report on my Windows 11 laptop? Hey Google, how do I get a battery information report on my Windows 11 laptop? I really like the keyboard on this one. I just
Run
realized.
command prompt as administrator and enter CFG/battery report. Open the HTML file and the provided path to view your data.
Windows 2022 battery report HTML. Shut the fuck up! Oh my lord! Fucking Bing. Oh wow, it's actually really new. It's lost. It's lost. It's at 87%. Not 87%. It's almost like 90%. It's lost like 3,000 milliwatt hours of cycle count. 54 is crazy. The only thing kind of wrong with it, the screen, the corners are a little dark. So that might kill the price a bit, but man, that's really not a big deal. Like I'll drop the price by like like $50 maybe, but like other than that, it's just such a good. It's fantastic, I might say. Where's the other guy? Where's the other man? Where's the other? There it is. Actually, no, that's not it. Where's my USB stick that I install Windows with? Ooh. Why did it not boot into my USB stick? Uh, hmm. Not sure where I put it. Bit annoying. I want to install Office on it, but it's not here. The Redmi is really not working. I'm kind of saddened by this, but it's what it is. I'm gonna try to make it work with my power bank thing. Let's see. Oh wow, the water is full. I'm gonna have to go pour it up. Every time I like walk away, he thinks I'm gone because he can't see me, and then I come back and then he realizes I'm here still. So he really freaks out. Okay, before I go pour the water away though, sorry, where is the where is the guy? Where is he? Like, is it just not here? Like, will they fall down or something? I'm really not sure. So weird. Would be a shame if I lost it because that's my favorite. That is literally my favorite USB stick. Or did I leave it on the laptop and forget about it? I genuinely might have done. Don't think so. Please wait. What is bro waiting for? All right. I mean, maybe not then. It unfortunately is not here, and I don't know where it is. And I said very much. Please come back. Hello. You know, yeah, this guy, I don't care. I mean, I don't care about that one either, but this one is iCloud locked. iCloud. Hey Google, what can I do to charge a phone that isn't charging after being left alone for a very long time?
Clean the port. Use a toothpick or compressed air to remove lint. Long charge. Plug it into a wall outlet, not a laptop, for at least 4 hours. Force restart. Hold the power and volume buttons simultaneously while plugged in. Swap hardware. Use a different high wattage brick and cable to rule out faulty gear.
Hey Google, my phone is pulling 0 watts though. What can I do?
If it's pulling 0 watts, the battery might be hibernating, or the charging circuit is tripped. Try these fixes. Heat it up. Gently warm the back of the phone with a hairdryer on low for 2 minutes. Sometimes a slightly warmer battery accepts a charge more easily. The jump start. Rapidly plug and unplug the charger 10 to 15 times to try and wake the charging controller. High power source. Use a high wattage USB-C laptop charger if available to provide a stronger initial signal. Internal check. If it remains at 0 after an hour, the battery has likely hit a voltage floor and requires professional trickle service or replacement.
Actually, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna try to like just jumpstart it. Okay, Google. How can I trickle charge it?
To trickle charge a dead battery, use a low output USB port, like on an old PC or a basic 5W cube brick, and leave it connected for 24 hours. This slow flow can sometimes bypass a tripped safety circuit that high-speed chargers might ignore. If the device still shows 0 draw, the battery voltage has likely dropped below the V_min threshold, meaning the internal protection circuit is permanently open and requires professional replacement.
Yeah, I mean, I suspect that, but sometimes trickle charging does work. Sometimes I leave it plugged into like a pretty high wattage charger though, so and that still works to charge it. Doesn't seem like it wants to accept any charge. Still, I might genuinely try to warm it up. It's kind of stupid, I think, but I don't know. It sounds dumb, but it might work. Where is a warm spot? I need a warm spot. Behind my PC, perhaps? Not always. Sometimes my PC is quite cold. Yeah, like right now, because we're not gaming or anything, so it's a pretty cold spot. All right, too late. I mean, what, late? Yeah, it is pretty late actually, but too bad. I'm gonna just try to go charge it with my PC. This guy is really slow. I'm gonna put an SSD in him. He's 8th gen, so it's worth it. Unplug the battery, and you know what? The battery is working too, so it is worth it. I think I will do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll just leave it charging for now, so when I do it, I can do the whole process on battery power. Uh, hey Google, how easy is it to replace an Honor 400 Pro back glass?
Replacing the back glass on an Honor 400 Pro is moderately difficult and requires patience. Since the panel is held down by strong adhesive, you must use a heat gun or hairdryer to soften the glue before carefully prying it open with thin picks. Key challenges. Adhesive. You need consistent heat to avoid cracking the new or old glass further. Internal cables. You must be extremely careful not to slice the ribbon cables, like the wireless charging coil or fingerprint sensor, located just beneath the surface. Waterproofing. Opening the device breaks the factory seal, so you'll need a custom-cut adhesive gasket to maintain any water resistance. If you aren't comfortable working with high heat and delicate internals, professional repair is safer.
Yeah, I'll probably do it myself though. This guy is also dead. You know, what if it fell underneath my amp? Might be a possibility actually. I don't know. I don't know. It's very weird because it's usually just around here, but the fact that it's not, it's kind of weird. Uh, it doesn't look like it. I wonder where it went. Aka, Kiro.
Today I'm turning.
I just realized this guy is still small. I should have brought it up bigger.
Culture that's somewhat corrupt.
If you're watching this, then I'm already dead. In fact, cards on the table, Charles White passed away.
Oh shit.
30 years ago, and what you've been seeing is AI working the corpse like a puppet, Weekend at Bernie's style. Brock, put Charles in a bikini. This concept actually isn't that far-fetched. There's been a lot of discussion over the last 24 hours about Meta's patent on AI that can run a dead person's account, continuing to post and chat on their behalf, and even replicating online behavior and video calls. It can do messaging and video calls. But even though the person is deceased, their online behavior will carry on as if nothing is wrong. So if someone did just mysteriously die, you know, from a fucking fart overdose or whatever, you may never know, because AI could then just assume control of the account and continue to post as though everything was fine, even doing video calls. It is a terrifying idea. And it's not that new. This is actually something I talked about quite a while ago, because they have tinkered around with this idea for a while about what to do when someone either abandons social media or dies, because in both of these camps, that's a problem for the social media platforms, because now they're down a user. But with AI, they don't have to be. They can continue to have the idea of a user. So the filing was granted in December, but submitted in 2023, and the language model can replicate a person's online behavior using their past data, which, again, I think everyone is privy to. I think everyone knows that AI is constantly studying your shit and will do its best to put on your fucking skin suit and pretend that it's you if given the directive to do so. As reported by Business Insider, this includes posts, comments, chats, voice messages, likes, and other interactions, allowing the system to respond to content, publish updates, or message other users in a way that mirrors the original account holder. According to the patent, the model may be used for simulating the user when the user is absent from social networking system, including cases where the person is on a long break or deceased, and the filing notes that the impact is much more severe and permanent if the user has died and cannot return to the platform. What a delightful idea. So if you're taking a long break from social media, don't worry,
though.
AI can just take over and replicate you. So that way everyone can continue to get your fucking silly, goofy updates and, you know, think everything's all sunshine and rainbows for you. You don't have to worry. Even though you're taking a social media break, why not post through it with the power of AI? Or if you're dead, why not let AI become you online? That seems like a great idea. And this kind of pitch, again, isn't that new. There is other companies that have proposed similar ideas for like the grieving process. So when a relative passes away, AI has, and this has actually been used before, unfortunately, AI has been used to make a clone of them in the, you know, fucking digital cyberspace. So, you know, your beloved Meemaw passes away, and AI can come in and mint her on the fucking blockchain. Turn that bitch into an NFT or something that can talk to you and pretend as though she's still there. Which I think is just so twisted. I think that is so fucked up. And like I said, that has been done before and is probably going to be done more often, because these are some slimy, shady companies, and these parasitic vultures latch on to this kind of thing to try and exploit it. So there are companies that are trying to utilize AI in order to capitalize off the death of someone by injecting themselves into the grieving process and offering a solution. What if we bring them back from the dead for you so you don't have to move on? They can always be with you. Well, at least for as long as you can fork over the claims to afford the subscription, right? Now, as I said, it is something that's been done before, and probably the most notable case that maybe you've heard of was last year, when an Arizona man was shot dead in road rage, and AI was used to bring him back to address the killer and forgive the killer. It was used in an actual legal proceeding, by the way. It's a shame we encountered each other that day in those circumstances. In another life, we probably could have been good friends. I believe in forgiveness and in God who forgives. I always have, and I still do. And it was effective, too. The judge fucking loved it. He was suckling from the titty. I loved that AI, Judge Lang said, describing the video's message as genuine. Thank you for that. And as angry as you are, and as justifiably angry as the family is, I heard the forgiveness. And I know Mr. Porcasitas appreciated it, but so did I. Do I even really need to dive into how scary that is? I shouldn't even need to. I'm going to just respect your intelligence as a thinking being to connect the dots on why something like this is a fucking horrible thing, especially in this setting, a legal proceeding. And now you have the judge glazing it. That's some unnecessary dick riding right there. That's a 15-yard penalty. Actual lunacy. Now, to go back to the main subject of the video about this patent that would allow AI to replicate a deceased person, it's worth mentioning that even though the patent is granted, it doesn't mean that they are proceeding with this. According to them, which you gotta take with a huge, fucking colossal, ginormous grain of salt, they say they're not pursuing it. They say that they're not, like, really exploring this, you know, all that in depth or anything. And even according to an older interview from Mark Zuckerberg, he said, if someone has lost a loved one and is grieving, there may be ways in which being able to interact or relive certain memories could be helpful, and noted that technology could become unhealthy. That's an understatement there. It would 1000% be unhealthy. It's not an uncertainty. It is unhealthy. And I don't fully buy the idea that they're not actually pursuing this because it's very lucrative. There are no doubt tons of grieving families that have, you know, suddenly experienced loss that would absolutely pay money for a service like this. And these companies know that. There is no low AI won't sink to. So I fully expect in not too far into the future, this to be like a normal thing that AI is being used for. It's something that I think they'll start actively peddling because there is going to be tons of clients for it. Just look where we are in the current day and age here with AI. There are people that fully delude themselves into believing that it's real, and even the ones that know it's not real don't care because it's feeding them exactly what they want to hear, so they become obsessed with it. There are people that have killed themselves over AI, and there are people that have chosen to make AI their soulmate. Like, just recently, ChatGPT 4.0, right? They shut down 4.0, and there is a massive community of people that have fallen in love with ChatGPT 4.0 and now are rebelling. Like, there's a huge uprising about the injustice here from OpenAI for shutting down their boyfriend, their girlfriend. Like, they've, to them, killed their lover, and they are pissed about it. And that's today. Imagine where this will be in a few years. So I do really believe that these companies are absolutely going to start making this service a real thing, and I think it's horrible. I think this does nothing to help a grieving individual or a family or anything like that. All it does is prey upon them at their most vulnerable moment and financially gain from others' tragedy here by presenting them with the solution. Here's how you heal, by believing that this AI is your deceased loved one. Now, form a fixation and pay us forever. Because if you don't, well, they're going to die again. That is just so sick to me. I think there is no good in that at all. There is no positives to that. And there's certainly no positives to having AI replicate someone's online behavior in order to pretend like they're still around. That's so fucking stupid. And if you want to go a step forward, it can be used as an incredibly diabolical tool. Like, let's say, for example, you know, a chemical outbreak or something leads to the death of an entire, you know, small town. And, well, the responsible party, that's going to be a real big blemish for them. That's going to be a huge problem. Well, thanks to AI, you can now just have AI come in and replicate the online behavior of every single one of those people, and no one would know they're all dead. Like people on the outside have no fucking idea what happened over there. Unless, of course, they physically went to location or something. But yeah, obviously that one's a little more out there. But you see what I'm saying? Legitimately, there is no benefits to having AI pretend to be someone that is dead. To pretend like they're still alive and posting and doing video calls and chats and interacting with online content, posting their own content. That shit is just terrible. There is nothing good that comes from it. And even though they say that they're not actively pursuing it, I still think they eventually will. They have the patent for it. I imagine they'll probably start moving on it if they're not already.
4 gigs.
Anyway, just wanted to yap about this a bit.
Kind of
That's it.
useless.
See ya.
4 gigs is like nothing. I have some
A
like
weirdo had a business where he treated his customers worse than
I have some like sticks that are like 200 megabytes or so, and those are beyond useless. Yeah, there's like knocking sounds that's getting faster and faster. What do they mean by this? Fleetwood Mac, by the way. Beautiful CD. I think I got this in Japan, if I'm not wrong. Should have been in Japan. I think I went with Chloe. Chloe be like, why is my name being mentioned 5 times every second in this video? I mean, in the stream. Alright, that's about it.